Welcome back to Improvision Entertainment. My name is Hunterman,
And I'm their guest, Mal.
and we are going to be playing Ratchet and Clank 2 Going Commando. If you are watching this on the YouTubes later, this might be the very last video that is done. Um, Mal and I have a document I have created, which is pretty short, about all the stuff that needs to get done for me to finish getting the platinum. Um,
It's still got enough things on it that you have yet to do, like the destruction time, the weapons fully upgraded, but that's pretty easy to do.
yeah, and I don't think it's like fully crazy hyper maxed out. I'm looking over here for there should be that bridge isn't down yet, so I haven't actually done this second path. I forget. Oh, I need it for the there's a thing to move. So Mal and I, you guys would know who Mal is if you've been watching recent streams, but more importantly, you'd also know who Mal is if a hard drive from many years ago had not died. Because we actually played through Halo 5 Guardians on Xbox One many years ago, and it was all lost in the hard drive. Like, it was a big long recording. It would basically have been my third upload, was what it would have been.
It was a fun time. There was a lot of jokes that I remember. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I remember we had a lot of laughs.
Now, so this is not the first run through Ratchet and Clank 2, and you can see in the top right corner of the screens periodically, or if I press this button, that there is a list of bolts and a big golden number there. That is my bolt multiplier, which will go up slowly over time based upon me not taking any damage. And I am trying to get to 2 million bolts, in addition to being able to purchase 2 more big weapons that I've got in the game. It should also be noted that those many life notches at the top of the screen, that is my nanotech, and my nanotech goes up every time I kill a creature, which obviously in challenge mode is going to be harder because these type of things would have taken 1 or 2 hits in the first run through, and now they're taking 3, even though I have really powerful weapons now. They aren't powerful enough for challenge mode. So I am at the beginning of needing to upgrade them. That's part of the whole upgrading weapons stuff. So you see that orange bar underneath the life thing at the very top? Or when it's on screen? Oh! I just realized you didn't tell me I didn't give you the full screen.
Ooh. Right, full
Let's see
screen.
here.
I don't know how the streaming platform works. I just assumed that they would be seeing it normally.
No, well, they are seeing it normally, but I wanted to make sure that you could see as much as you could see, because you don't need to see any of that OBS stuff.
Gotcha.
It also is handy that I have what's called the box breaker, so it actually allows me to smash things that aren't anywhere near me, so that's good too. Too bad it doesn't actually, like, do physical weapon damage, but... See, I'm at 10x now.
Yeah. You need 40 platinum bolts, don't you?
Yes, but I have almost all of them now. That's why the list is so short.
Gotcha.
So actually, if I go into, I don't remember if it's under special. So every skill point here that doesn't have a gold heading on it
Isn't finished.
isn't finished.
Yeah, you got 20.
Two,
Yeah, it shows
two
23
of them,
or 30.
23, 30. Oh, it does. Okay. So two of those are races, which I will need to do and shouldn't be harder on challenge mode.
Yeah, and that's your 2-minute and 10 race to unlock the 3 shortcuts.
Yes. And there is a second race, and then there is 2 more races, each one for a platinum bolt each, which is little challenge things in your spaceship, which both of them I have almost completed. I've missed like 1 ring on. It's not so much about the time as it is about being fast and accurate, which can be really troubling based on how the controls are.
I love these little faces that these monsters make when you jump on them. They're like, oh, I'm gonna go flying away now.
Yep. Alright, let's see here. Oh, you guys have attacks.
Yeah, did you not let them attack before?
No, those are... I think they're one swat and they're gone. And oh, wait. Is this the guy that takes me back to the beginning? These guys are not linear. I forget if I jumped on the wrong one.
It would be nice if they were labeled.
Or if they had little wakes that were like, this is how you do. Okay, so this one to over... I've been up in there, I think. Oh, I think it's this one to this one, is what I messed up before. Yes. Okay. Whoa, hi guys, how you doing?
That's a lot of dudes. Oh, turrets.
It is.
They're gonna
Thank you very much. See, even the nuke,
That's a tiny
which
nuke.
it is for now.
I need it to be bigger.
Unfortunately, I cannot level up weapons yet. Oh, okay, that'll work. Or rather, all the weapons I can upgrade, I have not reacquired because this is a different playthrough of the game. So even though all of your weapons, like some RPGs, will give you all your stuff back, this one will give all your stuff back at the time you would have otherwise gotten it for whatever level you had it at the time. But a lot of them I have not gotten back. Another important note with all this goo around is that in the previous game, you would have taken damage whenever you had touched onto something like this ooze or lava or whatever. In this game, it actually gives you like 3 jumps, so you don't actually take any damage, but the 3rd or 4th time you land there, it just takes you down, regardless of how much hit points you have.
It's a kill or it's a...
It's a lenient kill. It's like a lenient one-hit kill.
Oh, it's the oh god, oh god, oh god. And then you're...
Yes. Whereas in the previous game, it would have actually killed you taking damage by doing it.
So Mega Man.
This...
So Mega Man spikes.
No, Mega Man spikes, it just instantly kills you. What I'm saying is you get like 3 or 4 jumps inside of it before it goes, and you're done.
Yeah, I meant the previous game were like Mega Man spikes. This game is you get 3 bounces.
Welcome, welcome. If everyone could take their seats, we can proceed with today's demonstration.
Mal, do you care to see all these things? Because normally on my second playthrough, I skip them all.
Oh, you can go ahead and skip them. I don't mind. You're doing challenges after all. People have already watched it.
Thank you, sir. You
That
won't
is the
be
presumption.
disappointed.
Oh, speaking of the presumption, let me make sure I've got my chat open so I can see if anybody's talking. So if you have been talking up to this point, I am sorry, I have not heard you.
Oops.
Of course, I also just realized that if I have the chat open, that gives Mal less to see.
I'm alright.
Unless you want to keep track of the chat.
Oh, doesn't your little chat window usually appear on the right side?
Yeah, but I mean, it's got a delay.
Oh,
And
there.
also, it fades away over
It's
time.
on the left side.
If you had, like, opened the Discord, then that wouldn't be the case. What do we need those light posts anyway?
Testing chat. There we go. All good.
Now you can visibly see how much of a delay it is.
It's actually not that much.
It's not that much, but again, the messages fade away after like 45 seconds, and if I were to glance back at only that while trying to do a race or something that would take, you know, a minute 20, then I would miss out on people talking. So I try and always have the real chat open.
Oh, wow, that was like a 2-second delay like a second delay at most. Maybe it's because I'm in the stream with you? I don't know. Usually it takes a lot longer for it to pop up.
I didn't know. Alright, so let's see here. Oh, another thing is going to be doing the arena battles. I have to actually win the arena battle, so there is that.
You don't have to win them in a specific time limit, do you?
Well, that means some of them are timed, but otherwise no. But the main thing is that they will be a good place to level up weapons and get bolts early on. Oh, that's right. You did see this character earlier in the story. I forgot. I'm gonna absorb this for a second.
Yes. May I help you?
I have come to date you.
I said.
Yeah, Ratchet gets pulled off for hero work, and if you haven't noticed, you don't start the game with Clank. Oh, okay, this is happening. Hi guys.
Space combat.
That's true. I have a nuke.
Just one.
I think I have a nuke. I mean, it's all you really need to start with. But there wasn't guys, so. But I do have better weapons than they do, so unless challenge mode is going, well, no, challenge mode doesn't seem to be making these guys tougher, so that's good for the future.
So do you generally enjoy the space sections in this game? Do you think it's too clunky?
I think it is a little clunky, but I would not describe it as too clunky. The main thing is that to upgrade your ship, you have to get a lot of raritanium. Luckily, like with any good person who's trying to complete games and get platinums and stuff like that, you check guides and you go, all right, actually, you know what? I've tried it, but what is the easiest way to do this because this is taking some time off of me? And then it's just like, oh, just do this mission, and every 5 seconds you can get like a ton of raritanium. I'm like, oh, all right, well that's not so bad then. Okay, more enemies. Do I only get one nuke, or can I fire multiple nukes?
They look like they're plankton when they're far away.
I guess I only get one nuke.
Oh.
I probably should have saved it for when everybody was together like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's... Oh.
I'm gonna mute my mic for a second. I left my drink across the room.
Alrighty. I will say the... actually, I have no idea if when you did that, if you're actually still able to hear me, because I don't know how that works. Depends on the technology. Come here, buddy. You dead, fool. Says I have 0 ships left, guys. Come on.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you could actually hear me while you had muted yourself and stepped away.
I heard you talking very briefly. Just not clearly, because it's on a headset.
Okay.
I didn't know how loud this was.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? Oh, you're creating more guys for me to kill and get experience out of. That's not a terrible thing.
Sir, would you like to see my Mouser collection? And my missile collection? They're very slow moving. They're like Mousers with
Smash.
big lower teeth.
I mean, Mousers are okay. I like Mother Mouser. That was a pretty good encounter. This is the part where I smash all the things for even more bolts. In fact, on some level it's... Oh, wait. That's, Have you ever seen me randomly jump like I should be going faster? That's because I am trying to use the little, Clank jetpack thing to boost forward, and I don't have it yet.
It's under rote memory. Why is it not moving quickly? Where is Clank?
He goes in that slot on my back.
Yep.
You gotta be kidding me. That sucked me in. Damn it. Well, that's ruined.
What happened?
I took one point of damage and it ruined my multiplier.
Yeah.
From the box that I clearly wasn't near when I struck, but like the game somewhat suctioned me towards the things. I almost went into those.
Yeah. The box extends outside of your body by 3 feet. But only for vacuum purposes.
There we go. Okay. Guys with the... Hey, nanotech upgrade! Nice.
These guys are the ones that need the nuke. They just soak so much damage.
They're just about to say, well, yeah, because challenge mode. To be clear, there aren't many occasions of dudes sucking damage in this game, except for when there are. Like, this game, unlike the first game, does have unfortunate, what I call, and have always called, and I think I called it during when we were doing Halo, GLD, which is Gameplay Lengthening Device.
Yeah, I hate those. Artificial difficulty enhancers.
So, like, a lot of this game is fun until, like, you notice that some of the later areas in the game actually are, That's a problem. That is a problem.
Ooh, right there. He took 2 nukes and then some.
And then some follow-up, yeah.
They're like little raptor mousers. That's what I think they look like. Of course, because I'm 37, I see everything through the lens of the 80s.
Yeah, well, you're younger than I am.
You're older than me.
I'm older than you.
I
I feel like that has also previously come up. Mal and I have not actually been talking on the phone or on conversation verbally in ages. Years at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, it was Halo. It was Halo.
I almost called you by your name. That's why I stopped myself.
I wasn't even certain you knew my name.
You are the second person of that name that I know. Well, actually, you're the first person that I know. I now have a friend also named that. I just got them. I just split the cost of a Nintendo Switch for them for their birthday this Friday.
Holy crap!
All my other
That is a big birthday.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you can't get them, and so most of the present was we are finding an auction, so we can get it for them.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to. So I was doing research on prices, and it turns out that GameStop's got some deals going on, but like I haven't purchased things at GameStop in ages. But they do have like a buy 2 used games that are pretty cheap and get 2 more used games, and I'm like, well, hold on, I can think of some old games from like this generation or last generation, specifically last generation, like. I'm trying to. I didn't realize in all of our talk of horror games, for example, that Daniel had not experienced the Dead Space games. So I have the first one on 360. I was like, well, how much is Dead Space 2 if I were to purchase it used? $5? Really?
Hell yeah.
Okay, now I just need to come up with 3 more games. And it was like, you know, I never played the Splinter Cell games, but they got an HD collection on PS3, so how much is that? It's like 18. I was like, alright, 18's a little high. It must be rare. Let me go look up and see how much I could actually purchase it for elsewhere. And it's like, yeah, you could buy a digital copy of that right now for $30. I was like, 30?
But they're so
okay,
old.
so I'll grant you that 18 is lower than 30. That's true. You're not wrong.
And I get all of them?
Yeah, it's the first 3 games that were originally on the generation before that, Xbox, PS2, GameCube. Well, actually, maybe not GameCube. I don't think that game on the GameCube. Now that I've said that out loud. And the red indicator is about to appear in the top left corner of the screen, indicating that I'm almost out of ammo. Hi guys. I'm gonna need you guys to stand a little bit closer, or at least maybe closer to the edge.
Does challenge mode cloud this game with those big dudes now?
Not necessarily. Well, there are more dudes here than there were when I originally played. What is that? Did I? Oh, I blew up the dropship. No, the dropship is over me. What is that? No, it's just in the way.
Just dropping a box on you.
No, you.
Oh no.
Okay, he's locking onto explosive containers. I don't know why.
I guess to shoot them far away.
Yeah, and this game actually made it so that that was a priority of things, was to shoot the explosive containers, and I'm like, but I want to shoot mans.
I run into that.
I'm literally gonna have to go over there and hit those guys.
I run into that problem when I'm playing Dark Souls, and there's an invader, and I want to target the invader, but it targets the tiny little insignificant enemy that doesn't attack you first. It's like, but there's a player trying to kill me right now. I don't care about the non-combatant. No, target it.
What is Dark Souls' excuse? Because that's like 10 years after this game.
I know. It's just targeting likes prioritizing the closest enemy or target usually, but it's really bad when it grabs your camera and swings you towards it instead of what you're looking at. And I don't understand why it does it.
That's one of those issues I had with the original Mirror's Edge, is when you press the button to, like, look in the direction that you're supposed to go, I would feel a physical pain in my neck from the whiplash of the camera turning to look where it thought I should go. Well, apparently I got nukes back.
Hooray. Just in time for more big dudes.
I mean, to be clear, I do highly recommend these games. Like, the first one really holds up. I'm not going to speak to the third one just yet because I'm in the middle of it, but... Also, I'm pretty sure all the bad guys can shoot each other, which also helps.
Well, the third one has Quark in it, and you just love to hate him because he's awful, and then you get to beat him up later, or he gets.
Spoilers if you haven't seen it all the way through yet, but the second game also ends up having Quark.
Oh right, I forgot. He does.
Oh, you hit me! You ruined it!
There you go.
Oh, actually, I just realized another collection I need to grab that might have, like, a cheap version I should look for. I don't have a Sly Cooper collection.
Oh.
That could be a thing.
I figured you'd... I feel like you'd already played that.
I briefly have played 3 enough that I enjoyed it, enjoyed the characters that I picked up 4 when it came out, and I'm sad a 5 doesn't exist, but...
So Ratchet and Clank's one of those collectathon games, but it's not so heavily collectathon that you're playing Spyro.
No. It is definitely not collectible.
Like, it has some elements, like you got challenges and things to do instead of...
Yes,
find the 90,
it does have that,
find the 97
but it is...
hidden gems to unlock the other 300 hidden gems and then
Nope,
collect those.
nope. This is a action platformer leaning on more of the action than the platformer. Like the Jak and Daxter games are action platformers that lean more on the platforming than the action.
Yeah. I always felt like they were the same. Sometimes I thought they were the same game because they had the same like.
Well, they whoops.
Buddy.
I haven't done that in ages. Let's see where that checkpoint is. It doesn't exist. All right, and that's life.
Extreme prejudice. This is just
Hold
the
on,
one
wait.
guy. You wasting your nukes on him?
Well, you don't get your ammo back,
Oh.
so it's all waste. But now that I've said that out loud, I thought oh yeah, there is a shop here. Let me see if I can actually afford one of my previously unlocked weapons. Like, I don't know, can I get a hold of my mini turret gun yet? There's the Zodiac and the Rhino. Each one is a million or more. I must achieve... Wait, hold on. I can get the bouncy balls? No, wait, that's Heavy Lancer. I'm looking at the wrong icon. This is the bouncy balls. I can actually afford that, but that would put me a close... Alright, hold on. What would be good for right now? That is a good question. That's a good question. Well, when I get to the arena, I will want to have had my Mega Turret. Well, I actually will want my Heavy Bouncer also. So you know what? Let's go Heavy Bouncer. That'll give me at least more ammo to get rid of.
You can't hear my roommates talking in the background, can you?
I mean, very softly. I can't make out what they're saying.
Alright.
They do exist. Oh, I'm looking at the Mega. Hold on, wait.
Awesome, I can control M so I can mute myself without having to click the little icon. So, in case they're having a conversation, I don't want them to mess with the audio.
Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Have I been misreading this the whole time? Holy crap, I have all my weapons.
Did you just not equip them?
I thought I had to reacquire them, like I told you a few minutes
I
ago.
thought you
I
had...
thought that's...
Yeah. I assumed that was the case. It has been a while
Alright,
since I've
so...
laid eyes on this game.
So some of these weapons I still have to get... So I'm pretty sure that the achievement for getting weapons to maximum level is actually only to get them to orange, which is to get them to max for the one run through the game, not mega, which is the yellow. So that mega weapon is going to be OP compared to the other stuff I've got going on right now.
Yeah, the only thing in your document you say all weapons fully upgraded.
Yes, but I think the actual thing is not for what I would consider fully upgraded, which is to get to the maximum level, but to get the first fully upgrade that you could get on the first playthrough, basically. The orange. The yellow is the one after it, and there might be like hyper weapons which are after that, I think I've heard. It's been a while. In the event, I'm smashing all of the things for good reason. They need smashing. That's what I've learned.
Did you buy that box again that you got hit by last time, or you already took care of it?
I don't know if the... Actually, I don't know if the boxes come back.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's a persistent item destruction or collection?
Yeah, like, so for example, the top of the screen, the leveling up on both the hit points to the top and also your weapon over there to the right, that, or to the left, I should say, that actually persists through your hit points, which is, or through your life, which is one of the things I really like starting in this game. So it's kind of got its own hit points balancing thing. So if you end up dying a bunch of times, it doesn't matter as long as you've been killing stuff, that you'll end up with more hit points for your future attempts. Okay, look.
You're just missing Clank, so half of your mobility is missing.
Bye.
Looks like it might be more intelligent to try and knock them off the edges than to kill them outright for expediency's sake. There's that big section coming up. Do you have anything that just knocks them away? Because they're just such HP sponges.
Let me ask you, Mal, do you remember Bumbleball?
Not really.
Okay. I asked you because... Oh, wow, this... Oh, wait. That's kind of effective. Even for what is essentially a rank 1 level weapon.
Nice.
But then again, it also only has a certain number of shots on it, so let's save that.
It definitely...
The thing was, I'm actually kind of relearning how, because, you know, everything is so much more... See how he gravitated to the left towards the explosive box? Yeah, I caught that. Alright. I'm at 9x, so that's not terrible. I think it maxes at 20. Though, I don't think I've actually hit 20 yet. And I hope that 20 isn't... No, 20 is not a trophy. I actually have looked at the trophy, so... Alright, let's see here. Okay, so Bumbleball was like... Captain Soja was trying to remember it as like a cat toy, but I'm like, no, cats got freaked out by it. It was not a cat toy. But... It was this plastic ball that had little rubber knobs on it, and it was battery powered, and it would actually like bounce around, and just that's all it was. It bobbled, it bounced around. That's what it did. I don't know why you threw that to the side like that, but we were too far back to hit these guys. Anyway, it looks kind of like this. Mine has an acid mod on it, which may or may not be legal. I'm not saying.
There's the legality things when you're blowing people up.
I mean, pretty much. Also, I mean, I already saved the galaxy, so we're good. Like,
yeah, you can be the villain all you want.
Pretty much. There was that long jump I didn't do. It's also important to note that, you know, from the continue, I didn't actually die, and I'm hardly taking any damage. It was just, I jumped off.
So it just reset your position and respawned the enemies.
Yes.
Alright.
Though I do wish there was an indicator on screen of when I can't shoot again, because this weapon requires so much polygons and stuff
Cooldown.
that it's not so much a cooldown. It just literally will not allow you to shoot it while there's too much on screen, including its own weapon. Alright, so I was pretty much... Oh, I thought I saw the taxi cab. Alright, let's see here.
What system is this game on again right now?
Right now, this is on PS3, originally released for PlayStation 2.
It's such a smooth game for its animation and such for its era.
Yeah, it was pretty good at its time, but this is actually a game at 60 FPS 1080. Which, I mean, you're not quite seeing through Skype.
Yeah.
And nanotech upgrade, which is kind of like its own little bomb. You know when we used to have clean screen-clearing bombs in games?
Starbucks.
I mean, well, yeah.
Radius.
Yeah. Alright, so, I guess I will ask, do you have any topics? Because...
Topics?
Yeah, because we're entering the battle arena, so...
Oh boy. Well, let's talk about how they animated that crowd out there. It's like a lovely crowd of red-eyed, dark humanoids.
Yep. They're actually used on a video screen in Ratchet and Clank 3 when they're showing the crowd.
If he can't make it past our gladiators, he'll receive a consolation prize.
A consolation prize.
The consolation prize is
Let
dead.
the games begin.
So, let me see here. These guys need to upgrade. I just realized I don't need any of my gadgets in the arena while I'm here, so let me see. I can't really do Spider-Bot here. I can try and do this thing, though. I haven't figured out... Actually, if you want to look up for me what's the best way to upgrade the hover bomb, like, if you want to glance at that. Because ostensibly, you're also here to help me, like, not just be entertaining, but to do this a little bit quicker, and I am really not certain how to, I think I can do Spider Bomb in a certain place, but basically, so...
Spider-Bot glove?
Hover Bomb gun.
Hover bomb gun.
So these 4 weapons right here, I'm pretty sure I just have to get these to... Or, I'm sorry, and also this shield. I have to get these to orange, and I'm pretty sure that will pop the trophy, and I don't have to do the rest of it. So I'm going to try and level up my dudes here who are floating in the air shooting. Oh, I gotta remember that they only really shoot where they're facing, so...
These groups or smaller enemies with the sheer damage still holds us when it gets stronger. Spark ball. Let's upgrade the Tetra Bomb gun. Quintuples the payload.
Yeah. The weapon extravagance is something I hope that they'll... Like, if you've played, say, Ratchet and Clank for PS4, which is not a reboot, but, like, which exists... Oh man, this thing levels further. Let's level.
The hover bomb gun actually says that its lock-on mod, unlike most weapons, are useful for it, and it will make sure the bombs hit their targets.
I may have gotten that. That may be correct. Yes.
Other than that, you just upgrade its power and turn it into the Tetra Bomb gun. It's pretty linear otherwise.
Oh, hi.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Hey, everybody.
Everybody. Hey, baby.
Alright, now we've got damaging scenarios on the arena, so there's that.
So, Hunter, I believe it would be obvious, but are you a cat person or a dog person?
Of those 2 choices, I am a dog person.
What is your normal choice, then, if you expand to other pets?
I mean, I'm not really a pet person.
If you had the choice of having a pet, like it was there and it was easy to take care of. Like you didn't have to worry.
I mean,
if you had the luxury of owning.
That's not really how a pet works,
I
is
know.
it?
If you had the luxury of owning a pet.
Congratulations on winning the electrolyzer.
I'm going to need that. Let's see here. I mean, honestly, in recent years, I would probably go for a dog. I would go for a husky. Like, if I was being totally honest, but it's just like, but otherwise, not really a pet person. I don't really have the luxury of being a pet person, is kind of the problem. I haven't in many, many years lived in a situation in which I could have a pet. So, apartments and whatnot. Okay. Wow, that's actually pretty effective against those things. Not as effective against as another gun I could use, but pretty effective. The furry guy is on a rampage. That's what he said. Oh no, I didn't see that!
The furry guy's on a rampage. Oh, that's something you'll hear on the internet.
I mean, that's true if there are macros involved, that is true.
Oh no.
It's like watching a train wreck. Wow.
What? You brought it up. I mean, it's true. That's what you get for talking to a furry on the internet. I'm not hiding it. You know, it just doesn't come up that often. It came up last night, though. I can't remember why. Oh, that's right, because of that one term. I just realized that did come up last night.
I blocked it out. What happened?
When we were discussing, like, basically racial terms you shouldn't call people, and why, and like what their origins was, it was a thing that we got off on topic on doing Alien Isolation last night with Daniel.
Yeah, I remember the words you shouldn't use, or that's a word that's a slur. What? I don't remember anything about birds.
Oh, it was an off-comment remark when I was talking about the third way I know to use the word spade. Uh-oh, I think that guy's gonna hit me.
Oh yeah, I actually have never heard that one myself. That's weird. And I thought I would have heard something like that before. It's so innate how people commandeer normal gestures and phrases and make them something else.
Returning to battle is everyone's favorite gladiator. He's...
Oh man, it's everybody's favorite gladiator. Oh, I need to reload the freaking things. Dang it. I can't level them up if I don't load them up.
Slices, he dices, and carves up a main dish. Please welcome...
Chain Blade!
Where did this guy come from?
Okay, I can't hit you with that unless you're on the ground, noted. Wow, you're already pulling out your later statistics, dude. Jeez, alright. That's what I get for challenge mode, I guess.
What I'm seeing.
Is he taunting?
He has advanced
He's
into
absolutely
second stage
taunting.
already.
He was taunting. Ra?
Rah-ha-ha.
Pardon me, dude. I don't really find you threatening. I'm gonna need you to land so I can hit you more.
No obligatory dodging segment where you can do nothing but dodge.
Oh, I had aerial options. I'm just trying to level this gun. It needs to actually do damage.
Right. Yeah. It's a use-based experience system, right?
Alright, now that's done, so it's time for Bumbleball. As you can tell, the difference in his life bar now. Oh, he hit me! Jerk hacker!
I'm looking at his swords, and I'm waiting for him to bust out his ODM gear and start flying all over the map.
I don't know what that means.
Attack on Titan, the characters fly around on basically gas-powered rigs that let them fight Titans.
Oh, okay.
And their blades
I got
are
that.
like razor blades that have segments on them that break off as they get progressively used. So the segmenting on his swords just reminded me of that.
Okay, I need to refill this. I need to refill this. I don't think I actually need to upgrade the guns from the first game because I don't think it believes I have them as far as forward. Another nice thing about this game, it's from that era where in Ratchet and Clank, near the beginning of Going Commando, the second game, which is this one, like we're not quite there yet, but there will be a shop that's on like the third planet that lets you acquire a couple of the weapons from the first game that otherwise you just can't get if you have a save file for the first game. And the collection lets you do that. You were saying something, and then it sounded like you cut out.
Oh, I muted myself, so I was talking to my roommate for a second. He was wondering what was being played.
30 enemies in 30 seconds. Here we go. Here's one.
It's like watching a trailer. Wow.
This might actually be hard without getting my weapons first upgraded, but we'll see.
30 enemies? You have the...
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
What's it called right now?
Oh, never mind.
Nope, done. Ding.
Alright, well.
Choose a battle and
Oh
win
no,
the
the B2
prize.
Brawler.
From the
My
planet
least
of the
favorite.
It's a colossal creation.
He's got a
Stand
knock you
by
off the
for
map
big
move,
and
which I
the
despise.
brave. Let's give it up for the B2
He will lean down and he will go spin. Oh, he hit me. Weird. He will start spinning like he's about to do, and he will just slowly rotate at you. It does damage, but more than that, it does knockback.
Brawler's got all he can handle. I can't believe what I'm seeing. The
Yeah,
B2
bye.
Brawler is down and out. Winner!
Alright, 60 enemies in 60 seconds. Might need a replenish. Oh, I should be doing that one anyway. Talking to the roommate?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, the bar is going up purple this time. Purple. Yeah, see my little experience? Well, actually, it's not on the screen. It's on the quick select at the bottom of the bumble thing at the bottom there.
Yeah.
Instead of filling up like blue, it's filling up purple.
This guy's on a rampage.
Alrighty.
This guy come from?
I'm observing you dodging and weaving between each of these little dudes.
Train wreck.
I'm doing my best.
What's the challenge on this one again?
Oh, I think it's 60 enemies, 60 seconds, so actually I haven't been doing very well. I wasn't thinking about it. Oh crap.
The furry guy is on a rampage.
It looks like this is just a challenge that will help you upgrade your 53 almost.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about it at the time, it's kind of the problem.
This seems to be the one that lets you
Choose a
upgrade
battle
your
and win the prize.
AoE Explodo weapons anyway. So why not?
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Okay, let's see here. Ah. Bumblebee tuna. Bumblebee tuna.
So I really am excited when you pointed out that it's going to be a world apocalypse game.
Yeah, I thought you would have been one of the people on the server who was already excited for it.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I didn't even know. I figured they were just like leaving it be, and we're like, we're gonna do vampire every so often. Make strange decisions with this game because we're trying to squelch the hard stereotypical nature of the original Gothic Punk series. The newest addition to White Wolf is
You mean V5? I haven't looked at V5.
Don't look at it. You're gonna be really disappointed at the most with the art. They really dropped the ball. It's just like, you're gonna Photoshop these people. Like, we're gonna take pictures of people in Photoshop. None of the good art that like really got you into the fact that you're entering this game world of.
So it's gonna be like the original art books.
I don't like the art in the original art books. It's like, don't just Photoshop people. The artists they had is really what drew me towards it, and good art goes a long way when it comes to selling or engrossing you in a product, in a concept or a project. Like, if the characters, if a character's design is poop, and the story's good, like, I'll suffer through it sometimes, but if it's like practically inedible, I get turned off. The best example I could think of. You know how Dragon Ball Z has its own art style, and here Toriyama does stuff, and you're like, some people like really like the show, some people really like it. I think it's dumb. Yes, a lot of it's dumb. But a lot of people get...
I mean, a lot of it is dumb, to be fair.
A lot of people get really turned off on the art style. And they're like, this looks gross. And like, it's a globally recognized nice thing. It's one of the most popular anime that exists, especially in Japan. But also in the States. But people like look at it and they go, what's this thing about? And they look at the art style and they go, ew. What is that? It's all over the place. I was just using it as an example of like art style versus engagement or popularity.
Yeah, I mean, not to say that I didn't get into the art of what was my first werewolf book, which was 2nd edition, but I mean, that's not what kept me there, right?
Yeah, it didn't keep you there. Like, it draws, like, the art style will draw you in. But if you don't have a good visualization of your world, and you're just like, is this just LARPers in a college, like a college free room? Is this what the game's supposed to be like? I don't feel it. But like, you look at the architecture, the hyper detail of the different werewolf forms in the original, the 2nd edition books and such. Some of the pictures looked like they were taken, like someone took a photo of it, but then they like drew over it and made it surreal looking. And then you go, oh yeah, okay, I get this. But the newer art, I feel, just really drops the ball. Like it's uncanny valley. There's where it is. Like, the new art feels very uncanny valley.
Oops. This is the Mega Challenge, which is the Baby Impossible Challenge. As you might notice in the bottom right corner of the screen, I am on wave 7 of 10.
Yeah, I see that.
But the Impossible Challenge is 60 waves. Oh, hi everybody. Wait, hold on. Who hit me? Why don't I have a bolt multiplier? Do I not have a bolt multiplier in the arena? I don't have a bolt multiplier.
Oh.
I feel cheated.
Oh no.
That's what I was gonna do. I didn't even notice until just then. Alright, hold on. There's way too many flamethrowers happening right now. I don't appreciate this. You know, if you're gonna be that way about it. I gotta, like, conserve my ammo anyway, because apparently that's gonna be a thing. Man, look at you. Why don't you walk over here into this blade? Why don't you just into the blade. Into the blade is fine. Oh. Fine.
Returning to battle is everyone's favorite gladiator.
Oh, that's
He
right.
slices, he dices, and
Welcome to
carves
round 10, everybody.
up a main dish. Please welcome Chain Blade.
Round 10, fight!
Oops. See, that time I got hit, but like all those other times where I didn't have a multiplier and I wasn't getting hit, I'm very unhappy about that.
This event wave isn't timed, is it?
No.
I don't care what galaxy you're from. That's gonna hurt.
Alright, I'm just gonna throw out one more turret and that should be that.
Concentrate on dodging. Well, he's just doing his. I'm gonna stay completely still. Attack you from the sky.
Yeah, the mini turret gun is one of the weapons you can transfer from the second game to the third game.
Nice. That sounds like the one I'd want for being stuck in the arena.
Choose your battle.
Oh no, limited weapon, use only heavy lancer shots. 1 second. Can I upgrade the heavy lancer? Because otherwise I'm not doing
You
that.
should probably do that, definitely. You just passed a heavy lancer.
Did I? I thought it was...
Yeah, right there. Isn't that ammo?
No, it should be here. Oh, I can't afford it now. Well, I could mega it.
Mega or ammo?
Well, ammo is just the ammo on the gun, but mega is allowing it to begin leveling again.
Oh, I think you should mega it. You should definitely mega it if you have to do that one.
I need to keep an eye on this, apparently I need to put more ammo in it because it is now 300 of 400, so that's my previous... Oh, no, I remember this. Yeah, I did need to make it because I need to be super, super careful with my ammo and not miss shots. That's how you beat this challenge. Oh, like so, wasting shots. Damn it, guys!
This guy's on a rampage.
Is there ammo refills in the arena?
I don't think so for this challenge. I need to count. Alright, let's say 1, 2, 3,
I've got my money on the lava axe with smoke.
6, 7, maybe 6. Like, I don't need hit points, what I need is ammo.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Not that you can really get away with not having hit points, but...
Where did this guy come from?
Oh wait, hold on. Oh! It doesn't even let me switch. Okay, noted. I thought I could get away with wrenching these guys, but no. What am I on? 50? That's not good. Yeah, I needed maximum ammo before I came in here. I have to do this more than once. Do you see my multiplier going up? I don't. I just see it saying a base amount of bullets.
No, I don't see a multiplier at all, no.
Crap. Rude. That's where I thought I was going to get all my money. It means pretty much after I mega the turret gun, then I should at that point very much be considering not purchasing anything else until I get the Rhino and the Zodiac. Because the Rhino is 1 million, and the Zodiac is 1.5 million. Yeah, this is not going to work out. If they're not going to give me more ammo, I'm not going to make this. The question is, could I make it in 100 more shots, though? Because that's really the trick. Because I was down 100 ammo when I started this.
Yeah. Can you wrench them as well?
Nope, that's what I tried to do. Like the little balls, I tried to wrench them. I've run out of ammo. It's true.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna die. That's it, just put me out.
Use only 300 heavy lancer shots.
Oh, never mind. It says use only 300. So I will have to level that gun somewhere else. Alright, tag team. The two guys at once. Alright. Well, I blew money on that. Alright, let's see here. Ammo. How much is this mega? That's important. Half a mil? I might need to put that off until... Whoops, I pressed the wrong button. Now to get the intro again. And to check the chat room. Nope, nobody's there.
Yeah.
Or at least nobody's talking.
I checked it
Choose
recently,
your
so.
battle. Enter chain.
Alright, so both guys at once, which is fun. Eventually. Come on down, man. Okay, you are doing that, which is a thing that you can do.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Eventually he will take enough damage and be out and switch off to the other guy. Okay, well if you are down on the ground, that means I'm going to try and hit you with this. I think I jumped into the fan, I did.
It's not like you'll die or have a multiplier to worry about.
Apparently not. Alright, there he goes. I'm pretty sure he's shooting a little faster than he did before, so that's probably good for him. I have the wrong thing out. Oh, here we go with this nonsense. See, I imagine what you do is you time it so that you just jump over the things, like as his legs are rotating, but they're actually very slightly faster than your maximum amount of time that you can actually move like that. If you're gonna be in the air, then I'm not going to bother with you. I'm just gonna have my minions do it for me. So speaking of my minions, whoops, I need to refill that. Hey, buddy.
Hey, since I jumped on Skype, you know how I said I don't sign on to it. A person who I haven't spoken to in years and years and years, who I used to roleplay with, messages me, he's like, "Are you really on?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's been like 10 years. How you doing?"
Whoops.
Like, what's your Discord now? I'm not on this usually, but I happen to sign on.
Yeah, I've basically had two primary messaging services, and one of them was facilitated by me trying to figure out, alright, well, so AIM won't exist soon, what do I do about that? And I did research, and I was like, you know what, Discord seems pretty good, and honestly, Discord's really good.
Yeah. Oh, this can't knock you off, can it?
That's gotta hurt.
It can, but there's just zappy. It's not instant death. I'm pretty sure it'll take damage and come back, if I remember correctly.
We have a winner.
Money. Wait. Now I see a bolt multiplier. What? Did you see that?
What?
Choose a battle and
It was like
win the
2x up there in the top corner.
I don't know why. Do you have... I think you might have my little Skype face covering it. Which corner was it?
Oh, no, well, no. Here, you can see it right here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now it's 2x.
What in the world? Do I have to do levels of the arena to get that to go? Avoidance challenge, dodge chainblade for 2 minutes? That doesn't sound hard, just tedious? Let's get these leveled up. Yeah, it says I got 2x now. What the hell?
I can't believe what I'm seeing. This guy's on a rampage.
You guys run faster than you used to.
Going Commando, right?
Yep.
Okay. Number of enemies.
Half of the Ratchet and Clank games have innuendo for their titles. Or otherwise something sexual.
The furry guy is on a rampage.
I always thought that was great. They were really cheeky. Sorry, I was reading.
Going Commando, up your arsenal, quest for booty,
It's like watching a train wreck. Wow.
full frontal assault. Cheeky would be the right word for it. You still looking that up?
Yeah, I'm still reading about it.
Whoa, hi guys, how you doing? Thank you very much. Oh, he hit me! I didn't even see if I got above 2 multiplier. If anybody's watching in the chat, let me know if I did. Oh man, that guy took a swing on me before I started hitting him. Kind of quiet, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. It's like dancing around it. I think they broke the bolt multiplier in challenge mode.
Well, breaking the bolt multiplier does not sound good. I will grant you that.
Oh my god, some of these comments are from 12 years ago.
This game is 17 years old?
I know.
So
funny.
yeah.
It's funny to see comments
Oops.
that long.
Especially when they're helpful. So when I was doing Ratchet and Clank 1 playthrough, there was this thing that was like, yeah, do this glitch, jump out of bounds, yada yada, all this stuff. Like, I managed to do all that, but it was like, alright, now what you have to do is you have to like tape down your circle button for hours.
Ugh.
And somebody like 5 years after the initial video or something was like, okay, check this out. If you have a PlayStation 4 controller you're playing the game with, what you do is you unplug the PlayStation 4 controller while holding circle, and it will keep holding circle while the screen is showing that the controller is disconnected, so you won't waste any of your battery and you don't have to hold anything down or tape your controller or anything. And I was like, okay, yank. And I still hear like the commotion going on in the background from the weapon that is like actually destroying all the stuff in the background that doesn't have any ammo. And I was like, that's amazing. I'm going to post a reply to this person. Thank you so much. Like, that is...
I found
sometimes new technology.
Yeah. I found a new a way where you get the bolts the fastest in Ratchet and Clank 2. You don't need to grind bolts right now, do you?
I mean, I need to get to 2 million and purchase a lot of stuff, so I would say, yeah, if we got a grinding thing, we could do a grinding thing.
Right.
That's what the convo is here for, is to cut down on the monotony of doing all this while doing it on video.
Get the nuke for Ratchet's ship. Then go to Gorn and choose the second challenge. Aim the nuke.
Oh, that's for raritanium, not for bolts. But that's the thing I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, but aim the nuke to right of the object that is bobbing up and down. Fire the nuke. You should win this challenge in that one shot. When you get used to doing this, you can win this challenge every 5 or 10 seconds, making this possibly the fastest way to get bolts.
Fastest way to get bolts? Wait, I'm sorry, which challenge is it?
It is the second challenge in Gorn.
Oh, the second challenge?
Yeah.
Alright, maybe that's not the same thing, because the thing I was doing was for raritanium.
Yeah, if it gets you raritanium, if the challenge gets you raritanium, that's fine, but if you figure it out, you can fire the nuke at the bobbing thing. You should be able to get a bunch of them and get your multiplier up every 5 to 10 seconds. Quickest way to earn bolts and join Commando.
Alright, you know what? That shouldn't be too long from now, actually. I think Gorn is like the 4th planet? Like, I thought this was going to be quick for bolts and leveling up guns. It's pretty quick for leveling up guns, if I'm being totally honest. But, it's not that quick, but it's a little quick. Yeah, I don't have a multiplier in this. Am I supposed to have a multiplier? Did you look? Did you find if I was supposed to have a multiplier?
I haven't found it. What exact mode is this?
I mean, this would just be arena. Arena is its own whole thing.
Where did I get the multiplier up in the arena? Okay.
Is that just a thing?
In the arena grows really slow. It goes up really slow.
So I wanna go out and come in with a multiplier. Is basically what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I think you get a multiplier if you do an entire arena run without getting hit, and you get like, but you lose it all instantly if you get hit once.
Well, that's worse than in the rest of the game.
I know. That's awful. Like, it should be like you should get a multiplier after killing 15 enemies without getting hit. I believe.
Well, I mean, the regular game, I'm pretty sure it's like a sliding scale, but even that's better than what you just described. It's like it takes it longer and longer for it to tick the next thing
Oh,
up.
you got a multiplier right now, and that's because you just beat the thing.
Well, because I think I didn't get hit, or no, I think I got hit during that.
Choose a battle and win a prize.
Wait, ultimate challenge. Wait, hold on, is that the final? No, that's not the final. Endurance challenge. So that was just go. All right, well, here, let me take my 2x. Unless I wanna, do I wanna maybe beat earlier? Clank Sapper? Clank Sapper. What the hell is Clank Sapper? Does Clank get a weapon? Well, in any event. Oh, mega decoy gun. All right. Well, you know what? I'll give it a good college try. Because my goal at this point is to succeed and not be hit, preferably while leveling up weapons. We'll see how it goes. All right, that does say 2x. So maybe what I'd want to do is I'd want to like warm up with earlier things. Okay, so I already got blades out, so blades are a problem. It's one of those subliminal things, like you have to kind of pay attention to what the arena floor is changing to, because sometimes the jets are on and sometimes they're not. Oh, the jets are also on now. I guess the gun is requiring a lot more to level up right now, because its bar is barely moving.
Yeah.
This guy's on a rampage.
Meanwhile, everybody enjoying my bulky tuna.
Returning to battle is
Oh crap, here we go. This is gonna be a problem.
favorite gladiator. He slices, he dices, and carves up a main dish. Please welcome Chain Blade.
Okay, actually the blades have gone, so that's something. Huh. He's thicker than he was.
He's a thicker boy now. Oh. Like,
Yep.
Is he wearing a helmet now?
Nope. Okay, I totally almost got hit with that.
Chainblade's really got his hands full with this one.
Oops, that was too soon. I'm okay. Alright, cool. Is that enough to finish you? It is.
Chainblade has been defeated.
Round 6 of 16. Still in that 2x multiplier, though. That is not a lot of multiplier. Music starts again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I backed up into trouble. Hey, boys. I'm gonna need you out. Alright. Alright. Let's say, but feel free to jump in with commentary. I don't, you know, I mean, I'm sure it'll be distracting, but whatever. It's not really about me at this point.
What's the best way?
Did that guy hit me? That guy hit me.
He just
Damn.
slapped you. Yeah, I just saw it. He just slapped you with his hammer. Is there a better way to deal with a guy with the shields, or is that just aesthetic?
Which guys with the shields?
Oh, they're gone now. They're the ones with the mace flail and the big circular shields.
Planet Cerebellum.
Do they like absorb explosions or something?
It's a colossal creation.
I don't think so. I think they do take a little less damage, but... Oh, another big improvement, so in the second game compared to the first game, which I cannot overstate, is in the second game, when you pull up that quick select menu, it pauses the damn game. It would not do that in the first game, and it was very... Oh, crap. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get through this without being hit because of this shenanigans right here.
The brawler's got all he can handle.
Spinny,
There's the
spinny.
zap.
Oh, into the zap.
I don't care what galaxy you're from. That's gonna hurt.
But, like, my weapons can handle them. Yeah, what you'd want to do is you'd want to side flip over every time, but your side flip takes slightly longer than it takes for those to get under them, so even if you jump over, like, the first 3, you'll get hit on the very last one. Or on the ones past 3, I guess I'll say, because there's no guarantee it stops at 3. Oh, great, let's just have all these shots miss. That'll be perfect.
Doubles. No. Trouble.
Oh, I just realized what part of this problem is actually. It's that I don't have Clank, right? I can't do my like dash out of the way.
Would it be easier
I
to
knew that
pick
the
up
first
Clank
time I played
first?
the game. I mean, yes. I thought about that when I played the game the first time. I actively said I'm gonna come back to the arena after I get Clank. I just wasn't thinking about it this time. Though I'm having an issue right now where I don't have hit points. And I don't think, or rather, I don't think I'm getting any nanotech in this setup, so... So, I gotta be extra careful, especially because I'm probably gonna get the last 2. Dang it! Yeah, I was about to say, I'm about to probably get the bosses again. What? Okay, that's actually kind of bad, game. That's not the weapon I wanted out, thank you.
Please welcome Chainblade.
Apparently, all I really need to do, though, is level up my guns. because the ones that are actually mega now are doing substantial damage, so... Gotta be careful where I'm jumping. The problem is you don't Z-targeting, so you don't actually jump sideways in a circular arc. You jump sideways, directly sideways. Alright, now the dude who did all the damage to me the first time should be the next bout, right?
Yeah.
16 of 16, I assume. Yep. That's gonna be a problem that I'm not gonna like at all. No, not that gun. This gun. I needed to do damage. Oh yeah, this is not going well. This is death. This is getting up to the end and dying.
Thanks. Listen, it's using the tried and true tactics to win.
There it is. Nope, that's not quite it. No, I'm not. Alright, so, we'll come back with Clank. I think I got the electrolyzer, I think is what it's called. Yes. Another thing was in the last game when you had to do these hacking sections, that game's version of them, that, you... Hold on. What? It didn't take my circle.
What? Your circle?
Give us a circle to flip the connectors.
Oh. This is definitely the most riveting part of this game, I believe.
I disagree.
I like moving the little things.
Oh, well, I mean, if you like it, we got another one.
No.
Hey, this would make a nice souvenir for Clank. Yeah! Hey!
You have no idea what you're involved with. Whatever, Raziel. Anyway.
Oh, is that Raziel's voice actor?
Oh, I don't know. Actually, isn't Raziel Yuri Lowenthal?
I don't know. Oh, we got the
I think I found that out. I think I found that out years later. Hold on. This is a lot of staring at the, like, I'm too close to this giant television.
Oh, no.
I can't see.
Oh.
I don't know where I am.
You
All
have
right,
the
let's
one
see.
on the left.
Okay.
No!
Yeah.
I was trying to tell you when to swap, but I don't think it would have helped.
No, you would have been off.
Swap.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh, you got the one that got you last time. Swap. Swap.
Okay, so your swap is not gonna work, man.
Ah, sorry. I'll stop. I'll let you concentrate on this one.
Though I don't know how much of a delay you apparently have a delay. Unless you're watching, are you watching it on the feed?
I'm watching it on the Skype program.
Whew. Well then, I don't know. Oh, wow, it does have a delay.
Interesting.
I was just looking at it, it has like... Oh wait, no, because you're watching the feed from the Elgato, right, so you have 640 milliseconds worth of delay.
Ah, gotcha. So I can't give you any split-second stuff, but like if it's within like a second or two.
I mean, if it's a combat tactic, for example, you could do that. Oh.
I'm fired. How long?
I was just realizing that, I need to go refill the ammo on the guns that need upgrading, because that is part of what I am trying to do, is upgrade the guns. Which is what I was trying to do in the arena for the most part, until I realized there was no bolt multiplier for some reason.
No reason.
Alright, let's see here. Okay, so let's see. Alright. I still can't do that. Oh, I think I said it on stream last night, but, Yeah, my phone is like in Alabama now.
Oh, it's just traveling around. Oh, that reminds me, I had a crazy mailing snafu when I tried to get Resident Evil 3 delivered to me during the pandemic. But like, I ordered it right before the lockdown started in my state, and things started shutting down, and it kept saying that it was coming, and it's like, you'll get it in a week, and I'm like, all right, fine, that's normal. It's 46 business days, so that it'll probably get here. And every time I checked it 3 days later, it had extended it another few days, and I had called the store that ordered it to me, that I ordered it from, and they said, oh yeah, it's on its way, it's gonna get to the warehouse. And this went on for 2 months until the physical store finally opened up, and I said, listen, I have sent in tickets, I have talked to customer service, and now I walked in here, and I'm going to let you know the problem. I haven't gotten my game. Here's the order number, and the guy calls up for me directly from the store. And I said, can I pick this up now? And when I eventually get the game, in the mail, can I bring it back and you'll just like trade it in for me? He's like, yeah, assuming you get it. I said, alrighty. So I pay for it again, and it comes in the very next day because he called personally. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's been almost 3 months, and I get it, and now I pick it up just because you said something. It just stuck in the warehouse and it never left. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. The story of my phone was that, pretty simply, it was missing the address. You know what? Pretty simple. Missing the address. Okay. So it means it's going to be delayed an extra day while it sits at the warehouse waiting on the proper address. No big deal. I didn't put the spider bomb on the quick select, even though I'm using it right now to try and level it. Okay. So the thing is, I can't do anything about it directly, so I have to do a telephone, right? Yeah. I have to contact Mom, who talks to the stepdad who has to call Verizon. Verizon is the only people in charge of actually what's going on with the phone, because even if it ends up at the warehouse, I discovered I can't go get it, because Verizon's like, no, only the sender can mess with this right now. So whoever the stepdad spoke to on the phone about Verizon with the phone, screwed up, because when they actually put in the correct, I don't know what I just took off my quick select. Because whatever they put in the correct apartment number for it to be able to get to me, it, for whatever reason, added the parents' remainder of the address. And they live in the upstate and I live in the mid-state, so we're not even close as far as cities is concerned. And... Hi, buddy, are you gonna shoot the spider? You're not gonna shoot the spider because it's not me.
Tiny spider.
Unfortunately, I think Spider, like everything else, only gets experience when it actually kills a dude, and I don't think it killed him. I think it just knocked him aside. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I don't think that's getting any experience for me doing that, so I don't know. But the thing is, if I try and move up and soften him up, I don't think that's going to work out. So in any event, what happened was I thought was going to happen, which was, like I said, it was trying to go to the address I gave you earlier, but in the upstate, not here. And I was like, alright, so here's what's going to happen. It's going to go back to shipping today. They're going to be like, oh, the address has changed. It's actually in the upstate. Nobody apparently at UPS has an intelligent enough, like, they don't have an intelligent enough computer system to verify an address before it goes anywhere. Like, these apartments have been here for 40 years, so okay, it didn't check the apartment number, so it should have known from the start that something was wrong, even though my understanding is that both the mom and the stepdad, Mom was there watching him put the address in, and the address was there, so it's not human error on this side of things. So the Verizon thing didn't get the apartment across. Okay, fine. But if you try and put in my address for a place that's in the upstate, it doesn't exist at all. At least the apartment building without the apartment number exists. So, I mean, I get it coming here and going, oh no, it got this far, but it doesn't have an apartment number. I get that. Like, I can accept that. but why would it go to the upstate for like a literal street and location that doesn't exist at all? Whoops, I forgot I have to slingshot this guy, actually. Hey. Yeah, you over here. It'll be fun, it'll be fun. Number Johnny 5, open the door for me. Okay. And so, after a few days of that, well, like after 2 days of that, well, first of all, it got shipped to the upstate, as expected, to the warehouse up there during the night because they're trying to get it to you, quote unquote, quickly. And, hey guys. That was decent progress. Can I hit you both with this? Oops, maybe not. Alright, now it's just seeming wasteful.
Yeah, I remember you were, I remember when you said, and my phone is here! My phone is here! And it's gone to Alabama.
Yeah, so now they're trying to return it to Texas, but they're not in any hurry to get it back to Verizon because that's not a sale, is my best understanding. It's not a sale. Wait, which way am I actually trying to go? So, oh, that's right, I need to go over there and come back with it. Right. So it's not trying to go quickly, but it is trying to go back to Texas, and right now it's in Alabama, and I'm just like, the amount of, like, energy and shenanigans, like gasoline and CO2 and stuff that's being wasted to ship a tiny little phone from a warehouse in Texas all the way to South Carolina, then to upstate in South Carolina, then to Alabama on the way back to Texas because they're like, oh, I don't know, return to sender. That's just going to have to come to me anyway, because earlier today, when the phone died last night, when I plugged it in this morning to charge it, for 2 or 3 hours, it would do that thing that iPhones do where, you know, it's black, so it's off. You press a button, it's like, oh, I need battery life. It would do that. It would even notate on the screen that it had a cable plugged into it, and then I would pull out the cable, plug it in upside down, in case, you know, it's being weird about the charging cable or something. And, like, it would acknowledge that. It would acknowledge that the cable was plugged into, but as far as I could tell, it wasn't charging. I was like, all right, so the phone is all but completely dead at this point, guys. And I still am without a phone.
Gross. Absolutely gross.
Meanwhile, what I hope is an appropriately sized package is just needlessly traveling thousands of miles.
Just floating around in nebulous space.
Okay, so this is launch into these things. Oh wait, hold on. Not too much. But alright. Nope. Let's see, actually, what time is it? Emma, what time is it? I can't just look at my phone.
It is 7:04.
7:04? Oh dear. Alright. Regular stream is supposed to start at 9, so... Riveting gameplay.
Riveting. You just like launching things, slingshotting them around.
Okay, so you now can go over this limo and go back to the start, but what you did this for was to go into the limo and stop the jamming array. But you did eventually get your game. Which game was it?
Resident Evil 3, and which is really funny. I haven't started playing it yet. My wife and I love to play the Resident Evil games together or take turns on it. Just since I got her really into horror games. The first time she tried the first RE, she just fell in love with it, the playstyle, because she likes collecting things, finding stuff, but she also likes the survival element of it.
So when you say the first RE, do you mean Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut, or Resident Evil Remake?
The remake, the one with the updated visuals.
Okay.
I really like everything they did for that remake was outstanding. And you could even keep the old cheesy audio if you really want to and hear the famous Jill Sandwich line.
I mean,
now he says
it's good to have a Jill sandwich.
it's like now it's any second longer and you would fit nicely into a sandwich. Instead of you were almost a Jill sandwich. And they made an entire stupid music video to that Jill sandwich. Sometimes I miss the really cheesy lines, the B-movie bad translated lines. So, but the new lines, they're more coherent, but they're still corny, and I'm glad that.
Well, I mean, I think they realized at some point that the corn was integral to the Resident Evil franchise, and the loss of, like, the loss of corn, because I wouldn't call Resident Evil 6 corny, like, and I never played 5. And to be clear, I've never beaten any one of the Resident Evil games alone. Usually, I'm doing like I'm doing with Daniel in Alien Isolation. I'm co-piloting.
There's something about watching someone play on a horror game or like being there with them that's just so much fun, especially if they've never played it before, because you get to see them freak out for the first time and you like get to hope that they freak out at the same spots and you laugh and you enjoy it. It's like, yeah, I was there. That's great.
Wait, hold on. Where you guys? Oh wait, you guys are spawning? You guys are spawning.
There's a fear now, man.
Alright, we will need some zaps. Zaps will be required. What the? That just Mario Galaxied with the curvature. Like, that just left. What in the hell? What? Did you shoot at the ship? I'm utterly confused by this. Oh, hi, buddy. You're all ruining my multiplier. But you see how quickly the multiplier comes back outside of the arena? Like, I just got hit.
Yeah.
And now I'm back to 3 already. So, I don't know if something was just busted earlier or what was up. I also do not like this forced camera down look. Thank you. I realize it's supposed to be high in the air, guys, but it's not really doing it for me. Oh, what the? Apparently, like a sniper rifle, I must take into account the curvature of the planet. What the hell? Over a much shorter distance. What? Oh, okay. Okay. That was a little bit of... You have a floaty double jump when you have Clank with you. You have a sort of double jump with Ratchet, but not really. And I forget, I think this one is the one where if you go to the map, yeah, you end up seeing the whole thing and you can swirl it around. Now he's so quiet.
Yeah.
Well, feel free to have topics. You could AMA if you really felt like it.
AMA, that's me.
I mean, nobody knows me, and I don't really have an opportunity to talk about myself without sounding like I'm full of myself. It would be a lot more organic if somebody just, you know, asked me questions, but yeah.
I keep muting myself whenever someone tries to talk to me elsewhere, so I keep forgetting to...
Which is happening a lot.
I just keep forgetting to unmute it. Trying to think of a good question that would be entertaining. Well, we did touch on it for a moment. What did you like the most about the trailer for the new werewolf game? And did you think that it would that is going to stick closely to the Apocalypse source material?
There are 2 trailers. Which one are you referring to?
There are 2 of them. Like, one of them shows more action, one of them gives a bit of story beats, but it inevitably boils down to the Rain, come on, to the combat portions, which look really great.
Yeah, I'm about the only part I'm okay. It's hard to be too critical because it's not like I have anything to compare it to, right? What do I have to compare it to? I have 2 Vampire the Masquerade games, only one of which I played, which was Bloodlines, and I didn't even finish it. The other is 4 Hunter the Reckoning games. I believe I've played 2 of those, and one of those is like Smash TV with analog sticks, and the other one is a first-person Western RPG. And so this looks like it's more what I've been saying is Fiona May Cry, because it looks like Devil May Cry Bayonetta style like action when it's action, and those are not my kind of games, so I have that concern of like, I mean, I'll play it because it's werewolf and I wanna have a good werewolf game.
Yeah.
But I can't help but think like, am I gonna like be bad at it and be like, oh, I need to put it on the easiest baby mode difficulty like I'm Daniel because I'm just not gonna be any good at it. Like, and Daniel knows what he's about, so that's not a slight on Daniel. Like, he doesn't like want challenge. And I'll be honest, I'm watching him playing Alien Isolation, and I've seen people play it on a harder difficulty. It seems like just pick whichever difficulty is good for you, because it's like, it's legit difficult no matter what difficulty. If you know where you sit, like, Daniel's not exactly having a super hard time where he dies a lot, so I would say that's more it, but like, the alien doesn't seem demonstrably dumber on the easier difficulty, if I'm being totally honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently I have Samus legs. Alright, check. And, as far as the source material stuff goes, I mean, it's really about how much you can get as far as, like, the game is concerned, because, to be perfectly honest, I didn't see that things were, like, wrong with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, even though years later, after I'd actually played in the Vampire system, I would know that they were wrong. And I thought it worked well for a video game, and if that works for Werewolf, I mean, Hunter the Reckoning, you're not going to tell me, like, those games play like you'd play a LARP or a tabletop version of Hunter the Reckoning. They don't. But they play like a Hunter the Reckoning game that plays like Smash TV. And for that, they were really good.
You're proving to be invaluable in this underwear.
Like, really good.
Anywho,
2 and 4 player couch co-op.
But I may have found a way for you to...
Yeah, infiltrate the operation. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that Captain Soja? Oh no, how long has he been? Have I missed him entirely? Nobody noticed. Sorry, I have to share the screen, Soja. If you're still there, let's see. Get like 2K volts for finish, I think. Does Clank have it? Oh god, how long ago is this? I am so sorry I missed you, Captain Soja.
I don't know.
I see some of your text on screen, though.
Where is it? Where's the...
Only like 45 minutes? Alright.
Oh my god.
Mostly it seems more forgiving when you have combat, which isn't the thing for that game. I see, now I'd have to remember what game we were playing and talking about at that time. I will say, I wasn't sure about the trailer itself. The trailer itself did kind of bother me. A lot of people loved it, but I'm like, it feels dangerously 90s, that if you don't like that, if you don't like the 90s, that it might not work for you. Like the choice of music and... Oh, does Spiderbot not jump? Spiderbot doesn't jump. Oh. Well, it's okay. Hey, buddies. I was really expecting him to launch into the box and take damage, but he didn't. 4x on the smashing! Space 4x! But anyway.
Is he still talking? I saw, okay.
Alright, so yeah, for the sake of argument, I'm going to... Can I do this stupid Windows thing where... Does this allow me to resize after I select this? Wait, where's the chat window? It's not one of these windows. This one. Phil, what the hell? Ah! Fine, do that. There. Sorry, I hope that doesn't shrink everything too badly, but hopefully you can keep track of the chat room that way.
No, I'm just making sure to keep I'm just making sure to keep the window up, the Discord window open now, so I can see the chat easily. I just wasn't paying attention to the corner because we didn't have anyone in here yet.
I mean, there could be plenty of people, is what I've learned. They're just quiet, so that's why I keep going. Hey, man, you're kind of quiet because you're here to converse with me, and also why I was checking to see what time it was because the stream is actually supposed to start at 9, and I don't know if I need to like cut it off, take a break before then. This honestly is seeming like it's going to be a lot more of a grind than I was expecting. I really should have gone through the trouble of getting the race and stuff beforehand. It's really a question of if something bugged out in the arena a few minutes ago. Like, if I was supposed to have the multiplier and I didn't have the multiplier. That's really a big question. Yeah, let's go get Clank, though.
Clank is going to make the game a lot... like, you're not going to just make erroneous button presses expecting Clank to be there.
That's true, that's true. Oh, yeah, okay, now I think I understand what Sojo's saying. Like, the dealing with the androids and stuff in Alien Isolation, I think, is the combat. Like, you're not really supposed to combat in Alien Isolation, and Daniel... Everybody I've seen who's played that game otherwise has had... Let me put it this way. It seems like Daniel's putting in half or less than half the number of bullets that you normally need to take out those androids.
Yeah, when I played it some or watched people play, I found that the humans and the androids are they are just the problem. If the alien catches you, you're dead. But that's the majority of the game. So the difficulty going up or down doesn't really matter, just unless you want to take more damage and put more bullets into people.
Yeah, I think humans are not super thick on the harder difficulties, but they are much more accurate and deadly. Like, Daniel got shot a bunch of times and took, like a third of his health bar or something like that. It's really that.
He got shot...
Because the alien, like you said, is a one-hit kill.
He got shot 3 times when he was running through the area as he was escaping the alien. The woman saw him, and he went down to about a third of his health, but that was also after... But I noticed his health bar only after the burning android grabbed him. It's like, oh, you can only take like 3 bullets. Like, well, you took 3 and a burning android grabbed you. And he only needed to use 1 med kit. So it definitely makes you much tougher if you lower the difficulty.
We have this again.
Oh boy, the most riveting part. But I'll be quiet because you have to concentrate on that.
Yeah, once again... if you're watching this either live or timeline-wise, the basic problem is that I have a very large, not so much heavy, but very hot television that's taking up a good portion of the desk, and based on where I'm sitting, it is taking up the majority of my viewing space, and as a result, I can't see much of what would account for the edges of the screen. So it's hard to keep track of the dots because my field of vision is, like, completely lacking the Tetris vision. Like, I can't... Whoa. Oh, hey, alright, those are leveled. Cool. Synthoid upgraded to Killinoid? Alright, Killinoid sounds good, I like that. Hopefully you'll... Oh, you guys are sticking around for longer, too, for that matter. I appreciate it. Nothing tops Mr. Zircon, though. Mr. Zircon will kill. But anyway.
Stand there and watch.
I think the last time I saw Mr. Zircon, he actually, like, he was such a favorite. He not only came back in more than one game, but in later games, he, like, his upgrades would include Mr. Zircon's family.
Oh, God.
As the flying robots around that were just murdering things.
Oh,
alright, let's do this. Oh, too early. I can't. This wasn't this difficult on the PS2. I'm not gonna say it was super easy, but it wasn't this hard. Oh,
Oh!
I
You almost
I
had
had no way of knowing where the next thing was coming from. Nope, too early.
Maybe the frame rate on the PS2 made them move slower. I don't know.
That's possible. The thing that mentally gets me on that one is the lower right corner where Wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me check the. What is the thing I need to do right now? I don't need to do the tour thing. No, not the tour. The four civilians, and that's not till later in the game. I thought there was something I needed to do where I needed to protect something, but okay. In any event. There's a skill point for killing all of these dudes with, like, dropping them box stuff, but I don't need any of that. Oops, I was standing too close and it yanked me back in. Alright, let's see here. So I think... Oh, you guys are still here. I'll wait. Oops. Aw, multiplier. Oh, you guys are thick. And actually, you're physically bigger than you used to be. So, my bad. Get that multiplier going back up, because we're gonna need it.
It's time.
That's the biggest trick, is learning how to not get hit with shenanigans.
Once you build up a full... Does your multiplier stay across levels, or is it reset to 0?
Yes.
Oh, yes, it does. So when we get to that spot, if you've built up a heavy multiplier, you can go in and see if we can do the nuke trick and beat that challenge over and over again for times 20.
Yes. I did the skill point in this level for smashing all the things before I had that.
Ah. I love this guy's as he like whips his arms back and forth shooting his huge guns. He just looks so goofy. He's like, his guns look like he's got a pair of hammers and he's beating on drums.
Oh, whoops, I didn't actually need to do that. Oh well. Kill away, my friends. He seems to mostly be shooting at the ground, which I don't advise. Whoa, okay. I almost miscalculated that based on the double jump I was supposed to have from Clank. The smallest things, you know? It's good to get Clank back. Can I spider bot up this? Hey guys. Nanotech upgrade. Therefore obliterating everyone. Alright, doing this again.
Oh yeah. We're in the Matrix. I'm almost in, just another minute.
Hey, first try.
You got it. I'm in.
All you need to do now is be like, ugh, Metal Gear.
Ugh, Metal Gear, Otacon.
Excuse me, sir, excuse me. I need to borrow you. Excuse me.
Off we go. I didn't consent to this.
I'm not making you fire in your laser.
I do what I want.
I like how they kind of end up realizing that the beam is happening and they start trying to like get away from it. That's my favorite part.
Oh no!
Just come here. Zappy zap. I believe I have chosen wisely. Wait, what? Hold on. What part didn't I do here? Why isn't this open? Did I need to blow open this? I might have needed to blow open this door. Excuse me. Explosive box, I'm gonna need you. I think.
We're going for a ride.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Ready?
Yep,
There
okay.
we go.
I knew there was a step I missed.
I like how
Wasn't hard to figure out that there was a step I missed.
I like
though.
how all the tiles on the ceiling looks like that's where the crane would travel along, but it just doesn't care and travels along anything it wants.
I mean, it does what it wants. Hi, guys.
Have you here to talk to you about our Lord Speaker?
I'm gonna need you to, like, not be shooting me right now.
Wacky hammer gun guys. Is what I
Aw,
want.
you freaking hit me. Rude. Rude.
If you get hit by anything, it's by the wacky hammer gun guys. And I don't care what their real name is. That's what they are to me.
I'm wondering how much I should have tried to grind bullets in my original before I made it in challenge mode.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I didn't need to go into challenge mode? I don't know.
Challenge mode is...
Like, I came to challenge mode because I thought it would be easier to get the multiplier and get more bolts, you know?
You only get the multiplier when you go into challenge mode, I thought.
That is correct, but I mean, like, I got 2 million on my total run on the first game, on the first run through, so I mean...
But you can't do the challenges and therefore complete the game thing if you don't do challenge mode,
Clank?
right?
Okay, Clank, don't move. I'm coming down. Whoa! Ugh, son of a quark. All right, buddy. Let's get
I like
you
the
up and
insert of
running
cork
again.
for the name there.
Yeah.
Alright, electrolyzer. Or whatever it's called. Something. It's...
Makes plants grow.
I thought the name of the hacking tool in the first game was the better name.
What was it?
It was called the Trespasser with an OR.
Trespasser. like it's like a dude's name, like he's a supervillain. I am the Trespasser. Yay. Green is the better color than red, because red means stop.
Final digit of pi is
Clank? Clank, can you hear me?
Ratchet.
Nerd joke.
Where
Yeah.
are we?
Nerd writing, I should say nerd writing.
I must have dozed off.
Don't sweat it. Let's just find a way out of here.
I believe that air duct may offer our only way out.
Or just your way out.
My way
Oh,
out?
that's right.
It's my
New Clank gameplay.
New Clank gameplay?
Oh, first of all, Clank gets his actual helicopter to slow his descent that he should have had in the first game, but didn't.
He was just cutscene Clank with helicopter, right?
Well, he just didn't have the helicopter.
Oh.
Hey, little buddies. Still can't remember if he had a tail in the first game, but that's cool.
They're so bitey looking.
Yeah, they go and they bite.
And their little wobbles. They're so wobbly. I like the little eared head antennae.
I like that they automatically spawn back and start walking towards you, which they did not do in the previous game. Oh, wait, I get to keep my multiplier as Clank?
Oh, better not
Okay.
get hit.
Well, that'll be easier to do with Clank. Alright, so you've got bridge, Make your bridge. Yeah, build a bridge for me, buddy. But it does mean I'll actually want to smash boxes this time. What the? Oh, you came from there. Oh, that's much better than the first game. I don't remember that happening at all. Alright. Still at 7x. Can we get to 8? Hey, heavy dude, I need you to lift the thing. We're doing the thing. Thank you. Guys, come here.
We're here for you, man. Where are we going, dude? Come on, dude.
Alright, and bridge it up.
Is that guy got an accordion body? What is he supposed to be?
Yeah, look at him. He's a bridge.
Oh, he's a bridge. He's bridge man. Got it.
So I'm going to look over here, and those guys are going to be over there, and they're hopefully going to come in from the side and smack you without getting lasered.
Excellent.
And then I'm going to tell them to enter.
Kill.exe has been disabled. Enter.exe. Follow.exe.
Too many EXEs.
They're all executed.
Too many EXEs.
They're all.
Can I get a .app?
They're all-
Can I get a .app?
No, no touch screen.
Way
You
to
must
go,
manually
Clank.
type it into DOS.
Nothing to it.
You did great. Now, let's go get that experiment back.
I remember when the DOS prompt in the black screen
So,
was finally.
This is a tutorial.
Oh really?
Yeah, see, you can't do that.
Boo.
But if you do this, and furthermore, if you're coming over from the last game, excuse me, pardon me, coming through, you can actually. Where is it under gadgets? Yes, I can change my backpack from the helipack to the thruster pack, which is largely functionally very much the same, but it also lets me do that, which is a lot of what I was trying to do earlier. Oh, I'm sorry, I have what multiplier? Let me go smash things. There we go. Trying to keep this 8x now. Okay, that should be the teleporter back. Oh, I should have had you look up where the nanotech actual upgrades are, because I missed some of those, and those would help me get to max nanotech quicker. I think there's like one in each level, I think. And translocate.
Ratchet and Clank 2 nanotech
Let's see here.
upgrades.
Oh, that's right, I need to visit the apartment because it gets me some of my gear that's missing from the first game. Whoa, hi, how you doing? Oh, that's right, I need to go buy ammo. Let's see. I really wish I knew if the arena was supposed to keep my multiplayer or not.
Nanotech boosts. Felton system, Notak, Tabora, Dabo, Joba. It's telling me where each one is. Where are you now?
We are currently on Indako, Megalopus.
Indako. In the second crane area on the path to Free Clank on the left, you may have noticed a place to use the infiltrator. Go back to Indako now that you have the infiltrator and hack the orb. It's a very challenging puzzle with little room for backtracking. so will most likely require a lot of attempts.
On the way to Free Clank? That was the path I just did. They said it's where?
The second crane area on the path to Free Clank on the left. There's a place where you can use the infiltrator.
That's kind of far back there, but
Yeah.
it's just an infiltrator use though. That wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah, it's a puzzle. You use the infiltrator, and it's a hard puzzle to get it, but that's where it is.
Hey, I'm up at 11. Cool.
Nice.
Don't hit the explosive container, thank you. I'm very worried about you being attracted to explosive containers. I'm just gonna stand here and shoot you guys because I want to level. Oh, this thing is almost leveled. Cool. Whoa, hi. There we go. The plasma coil has become the plasma storm. It looks like a storm. Yikes. Oh, hi. Oh, it's ball lightning.
Ball
Well, that's
lightning.
different.
Neat.
Ball lightning is pretty neat. And also, like, I will never stand near it and take photos. Everybody who's, like, got a video of, like, watching ball lightning, I'm like, no. Not happening. Gotta work on that spider. I think I got the platinum bolt that was there. Actually, yeah, I have almost all the platinum bolts in the game, so... There's very little left in the platinum bolt mess.
Yeah.
Pardon me, doing this. Which will release you guys. Oh, you're actually teleported in. Well, that's terrible. I hate you. Spawners? Spawners! I hear one of you. I think I still hear another one.
Keep going.
Hey, you! I've stopped hearing them, but I've got this guy to deal with now. Which I think I kill him with 2 spiders? Three spiders. Alright, well. Problems solved. Oh, hold on. Actually do kind of want to be ready for combat in a second, I think. Let me see here. I'm pretty sure the lightning is, like, it's fine, but it's leveled now. I need my mini turrets back. The bombs are going to be the next major issue, I think. Alright, we got an elevator, and we got a grind rail. I don't remember what the grind rail is for. I guess we'll try the elevator? Because I may have done whatever the grind rail gets. Oh, hi. That guy will be a boss fight. I forget if his damage persists. I think it might. Doopy-doopy-doopy-doo. Times 15.
Oh, getting up there.
Every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. Oh, hey, Vinny, what's up? I am just, doing cleanup in Ratchet Clank 2. The real stream will begin tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is kind of grindy, so if you just want to hang and talk stuff, you know, ask me anything type stuff. I've got, Maul here on the, line with me, and he can, read off while I'm playing so I can answer questions and stuff.
No problem. He just posted. Like, we didn't miss it at all.
Yeah, I have the thing, like, permanently up now where I can kind of see it, which is reduce whatever you can see, but... But considering I'm using the other screen to be able to actually, like, play the game right now, I can't, yeah.
I'm fine, I'm just waiting for Fallout 4 to finish downloading, eh?
Oh. Did you see that? That was awesome. That elevator didn't crush me to death.
Oh, weird. Be right back real fast.
Oh, the nose. Oh, Fallout 4 for which system? Computer or a console? Okay. This should be the boss fight I was expecting. Continue point. Pardon me, I've seen this.
Gonna hurt you a lot more than it's gonna hurt me.
Alright, I'm back.
Let's see here. Can I hit him with the bumble balls? That is a question. Yes, I can hit him with the bumble balls. This is good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, you hit me, I think. Yes. Actually, you did substantial damage.
Still, this will
To be
go
perfectly
fine.
honest. Oh, that's bad. Mamma missiles!
I don't know why that made me laugh so much.
Because you played Twisted Pixel games. Right? Didn't that come up, like, last night while we were shooting?
Yeah.
Yeah, the robot dude. He's my favorite dude. Mamma missiles! Wow, he messed me up hardcore. Like, those hit points were gone. Goodbye, multiplier. Okay. Oh, so here's the, here's my stuff from the last game.
My old swing shot and grind boots.
That's weird. That shouldn't be making audible noise right now. Oh, I've been playing so long that my D&D turned off. And there's the poster for Jack and Daxter. Or it's the television screensaver, I think. That is an OSHA-approved elevator. You are correct, Captain Soja. I was surprised. I was literally under that elevator while it was coming down, and then it was like, nope, and it stopped above my head. And I was like, that's amazing! Other video games would have been like, oh, that's a death plane, you're gone.
Just destroyed. Your Discord's bleeping still. Why is there a Jack and Daxter picture?
Because there was a friendly rivalry going on between these teams. I think they were at the beginning sharing parts of their engine with each other. Oh yeah, I told it to not bother me until like whatever dinner time or something like that, and apparently we've crossed that threshold because I've been streaming long enough. So let me re-D&D. Oh, one of those is Daniel though, so I will glance really quick and see what Daniel's got to say. Okay. Bring up the chat. My friend kept killing me with any elevator in Borderlands 2. Well, that sounds like a friend problem. That's not so much an elevator problem. Is that not the right? Wait, hold on. Those are two different weapons in this game. Two different items. Crap. We haven't unified everything yet. I think that begins in the next game when we get the quote-unquote hyper shot, which allows you to basically activate dynamos and also do the slingshot. Yeah, swing shot. Still a swing shot in this game. I just turned it on, game. I know I did. I saw myself do it. Swing shot. Oh, and then it has this new feature with the blue ones where you can yank things down, which you couldn't do in the last game. Alrighty then. And then I'm back at the start. Alright, you know what, for the sake of argument, so everything in here should be killed, I think. I think because I'm technically still on the same life, everything should definitely be killed. And you said in the second area, on the left side, there is a hacking thing, yeah?
Second area hacking thing? For the infiltrator, yeah. It's by the second crane area before you rescue him.
Yeah, benefits of staying alive is like all of the stuff stays dead, even if you are gone all the way to the other side of the like entire map and come back. That's the move I tried to do and almost ran off the first time I got there. Okay. Oh yeah, I see it. How did I... Maybe I didn't miss this before? Like, I'm pretty sure all these hex things come back, so...
I think you were just paying attention to doing the crane thing and running through afterwards.
Do I... I shouldn't have to have the gadget... wait, not that.
Infiltrate.
Items? Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. Infiltrator is a later thing. I would have forgotten about it by the time I was past here. That is not the item I have.
Gotcha. So you'll have to come back to this level again, right?
The infiltrator is a little bit pipe dream, a little bit Tetrasphere.
Ooh. Oh god.
It's as fun as it sounds. Which is to say, it's okay fun. It's more about keeping track of where you didn't hit a dead end when you went there the first time, so that you can do it correctly. Because it's basically as a timer when you start it, do the moves. So if you can remember, the left direction is correct, the front direction is correct, like left, up, and just, that's how I do those things. I say I'm aloud to myself. Because I think my audio dyslexia leads to me being bad at games like Simon.
Does your home button do the same thing on your PS3 when you're using your PS4 controller?
Funnily enough, when you're using the PlayStation 4 controller, it doesn't do anything.
Oh, great. Vinny was one.
Yeah, no, not really.
Great. Not great, but great. As in sarcasm.
Last stream you said you play with the PS4. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were asking for Vinny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for example, if I get a trophy in the PlayStation 3, I cannot use the PlayStation button to go find out what that trophy was. I can't go sync trophy. So whenever I'm done playing the game, in order to play, for example, if I was going to play Ratchet and Clank 3 like in this sitting, which I might do because I'm feeling like maybe I should go and make myself taco and eat before I start playing Ratchet and Clank 3 later, and this won't be the end of things. But if I wanted to switch games, I have to turn the system off and then turn it back on, because the only other alternative is some keyboards recognize the Windows key as the PlayStation button. Like, that's pretty much it. If I had a keyboard play, and I think you can't just plug it in after the fact. I think you have to plug it in before you start playing a game. All right, wait, hold on. That's where I was. Okay, so do this one. So yeah, it's and that coupled with the fact, in case you didn't know, Mal, PlayStation 3 does not automatically tell the PlayStation Network what trophies you have. If you're responding to me, you are muted.
Oops.
The PlayStation 3 does not automatically sync your freaking trophies to the PlayStation Network. You have to legit go into the trophy section of your interface and manually sync your trophies. Which might be how I lost my platinum before, as my guesstimate, as established previously in the long YouTube playlist, if people were watching this in a row. But like, I'm pretty sure what must have happened is I got the platinum, I was playing on somebody else's system while they were using my television to play through games, because, you know, I have the nice surround sound system downstairs, all that stuff. And I must have played it, did all the stuff, did all the work, got all the trophy, and then not synced it. before the roommate moved out. That's my best guess as to what happened. Ratchet and Clank on my home did... Yeah. Yes. So, yeah. The only way I can tell you, Vinny, is if you're playing the older Ratchet and Clank games on the PlayStation 3 and you're using a PlayStation 4 controller, and let's be honest, why wouldn't you use the PlayStation 4 controller? It's a much better controller than the PlayStation 3 controller, which is debatably the worst PlayStation controller. The thing is, I think if you had like a USB keyboard, some of those recognize the Windows key as the PlayStation key, as the PlayStation button, like I said, and then in that case, you could reach over and tap the button on the keyboard to do it that way instead. That is the way back elevator. Hello, way back elevator. What am I doing here? There's races, and then there's what else? Scout the room. Alright, let's do what seemingly is the easy portion of this. Let's get the platforming out of the way. Though I do need to actually put my swing... Another thing that added in Ratchet & Clank 3 is the quick select menu can now have more than one page, which is also really good. Oh, it is on my quick select now. No, wait, no it's not. Is that the... Yeah. I have that instead of the dynamo, which I might actually need. I need to make sure I'm using that bomb-busting thing, though. Keyboard works on PS3. Yeah, okay. Once again, Mal, if you were talking, I cannot hear you.
I was just waiting for you to finish talking.
Oh, I mean, by all means, jump in. You are here.
I really don't like interrupting someone when they're talking. So I have a habit of trying my best not to talk over someone, so it ends up with me being silent. My apologies.
That's okay. I've gotten used to there was a lot of being talked over and I realized that if anyone was ever going to hear me, I needed to actually speak up.
Yeah.
So I've actually had the reverse kind of.
Vinny wants to know if your suggestion was good with the Hydra because they didn't rewatch the last stream.
Suggestion was good. Oh yes, actually, I remember that. Because of its multi-lock on, and then because it actually multi-locks on. Oh, actually, you can check this planet for a nanotech upgrade if you could. I am on Barlow. Wait, Barlow. Isn't that Barlow on my map for something? On my, I think it is. Yes. So, and also when you upgrade it, it locks onto one more target, which I assume will keep going. Okay, yeah, the race on Barlow. I know that. Okay, I was trying to remember if it was more than that. But yes, your suggestion was taken because, quite frankly, when I asked the audience, "Hey, what do you think? What do you want to do?" and audience tells me something, I'll be like, you know what? I asked because I'm kind of indifferent, so I will just do what they told me. And I picked that weapon up next, and I found it satisfying. So, thank you very much. Hi. What are we doing? We need to be moving? What are we doing?
Hydra was their favorite until late game. It helloed a lot.
Wait.
Did you want...
Why are you gonna move now? What are you doing? You just left without me.
Passive
go back.
aggressive platform.
All right, rude platform. Nope. Platform was rude. I think that ruins my multiplier.
Dude.
Probably.
I don't see your... They'll only come up when if you fire a shot, I think.
Or if I hold down the button for the quick select, which I learned in the last game. Oh, I didn't lose my multiplier.
Hooray!
What the hell?
You up?
Or maybe I lost a portion of it?
Maybe it...
I guess environmental hazards might not reset it. That's interesting. Or not environmental hazards, but like death, fall.
That would help a lot. Yeah, I was having this idea because it's not out of the realm of possibility that you have a gun that says hello and then fires around in this game.
Like a hello world? No, that's totally possible. As a gun. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, but... I don't... Okay, there is a platinum bolt behind me, but I've already gotten it. Where did I get stuck on? Was I literally pulling the platform that got me there, like I swam back through the water and didn't remember it? Oh, did you look up, Barlow, if there's a nanotech thing? I think it's called a nanotech boost.
Let me check out Barlow. I have it pulled up. Snivelac. I don't think there's one on Barlow. It says I've only got 9 here.
Vukovar Canyon, Planet Barlow. Nothing?
I'm not seeing Barlow anywhere on this list.
It's just a shortcut. I'll get stuff for killing dudes anyway.
Wait, we're talking about the nanotech boosts, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, also, anybody who's listening, whether it be Vinny or Soja, does any of our audio sound wrong? Because we had to tweak that a lot.
Yeah, we were having some issues.
Bad, not quite puppies. You are not crocodogs, and therefore I do not enjoy you. Do you know your crocodog? That is the little puppy that... I got bolts to trade. I got bolts to trade?
Is that...
Wait, that must be cumulative. Is that the 4 million?
I got bolts to trade is the thing, right? 2 million bolts.
2 million bolts. Oh, maybe it wasn't 4 million. Okay, alright. So that problem is solved. Cool. Alright, 1 trophy down.
Hooray!
Couple more to go. Ooh, that is so scary. It's always hard to know exactly how the physics is going to work, but like apparently if you walk up on the swing shot while holding the button, it will yank you, and I don't remember it doing that. But the problem is if you're using the swing shot and you let go of the button and press it again, very often it will not reattach and you'll just fall. So this guy looks like a scientist dude. Hi, scientist dude.
It works! My invention works! Huh? It's called the Therminator. It fires charged thermal pellets that can thaw an ice block or freeze a body of water.
Yep.
Gadgetron will pay me millions.
Hey, I don't know how long you've been frozen, but I don't think Gadgetron's operated in this galaxy for years. Everyone buys Megacorp products these days.
I realized that I have only had an energy drink today, and I have not eaten anything.
Like to buy it.
It is 8 p.m. What is wrong with me?
I don't know, man. But yeah, so Gadgetron was the vendor in the first game, and also the vendor in the third game, because you go back to the first galaxy you were in. So I always try to figure if Ratchet is trying to be honest there, if he's like, oh no man, Gadgetron hasn't existed in this galaxy in a long time, so actually, yeah, they won't want to buy your item, so I should buy your item. I'm wondering if that's the implied how he's meaning it, or if he's legit trying to help the dude.
Right. When did you want to stop? Because your actual stream will start at 9. It's 8 o'clock now.
Yeah, I was thinking I should get back to the ship, is what I was thinking.
Gotcha.
And especially if you're already thinking about stopping for foods.
I just realized I haven't eaten anything today. It's weird. I think that's why I've been slow on the uptake a couple times there. I've just been like, need to take care of myself better. Depression's weird like that, where it completely suppresses your desire to eat.
Yeah, that's why I didn't end up doing my own pure stream like last night or whenever. And instead hung out with Daniel's because I was just, or night before last, I guess I should say, because last night was just Daniel on Wednesday. Was because like all this stuff with the phone and just how hot it is, like it's super hot right now. And this television makes it even worse. There's a lot of these little dudes around, but I don't feel like dealing with them, so... Oh wait, I can't save them inside my ship, can I? Alright, so anyway,
My wife
on that note...
My wife heard me, by the way, and she just walked in here with a bowl of cherries and fruit and cheese. It's like, eat this.
Vinny, if you're still there, what part is soft? Because turning the volume up is... Oh, so you can turn the volume up. Okay, so wait, the whole stream is soft? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't know if I can do anything if the whole stream is soft.
But as long as one of us isn't blowing out the other one, it can be fixed by simple volume. That's nice.
Yeah. But I mean, technically speaking, all my volume inputs are down lower than bass, so I could increase everything's volume a little bit. Man, we had to go through a lot to try and balance everything out. Let's see, it doesn't matter, I can hear you well enough. Alright, you can hear us well enough. Well, we'll go with that then, because everything gets tweaky-twonky later. So, in any event, I try to stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 9 p.m. to 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I try and only go from 9 p.m. to 1 p.m. Like certain days of the year. In any event, 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I also stream additional times such as this, where I do cleanup in games, because I want those stream times to be filled with actual forward progression. And I don't really feel it's appropriate to try and do forward progression in Ratchet and Clank 3 for cleanup and getting additional stuff if I haven't finished 2 yet, which is kind of what I'm doing here. And I've asked Mel along to hopefully keep things communicative and entertaining while that's happening. So that means that my actual real stream will be starting in a little bit less than an hour. I'm debating if I should actually make taco, because taco will take me, like, give or take half an hour, not including eating, and that'll be cutting it kind of close.
You should probably cut off now, and so you can get some food in you.
Well, yeah. So this is me doing the closing. So with any luck, that's going to be happening. That you can catch me in an hour, but you can catch me at those times. And beyond that, we have a YouTube channel, which you can go and find at this long link I am pasting into the chat room, or otherwise search for Improvision Entertainment on YouTube. You can also search for Improvision Entertainment on Discord, and here is a link to the Discord. We talk about video games, politics, television, movies. We have spoilers and hype sections, so if you actually want to talk about stuff that either isn't coming up yet, or you want to talk about cool things that you experienced in a game that is brand new, but you don't want to spoil it for everybody, which you shouldn't. You should always mark things as spoiler in Discord, but I mean, like, we have specific sections for, like, if you finish Final Fantasy VII, if you finish The Last of Us 2, that sort of thing. And it channels by suggestion also. Let's see. We have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/improvisionentertainment. If I have been entertaining, me and Daniel have been entertaining on various nights. Also Captain Soja, who joins us sometimes. And shout out to our longtime patrons Todd and Carl, and our newest patron Brian, who just became a patron the other night while we were on stream. Let's see here. I could say more, but I'm trying to give myself enough time so I can make that taco and get back to you guys in a little bit less than an hour. So on that note, I have been Huntermun.
And I'm their guest, Mal.
And we will see you in the future. Like not that long. Like in less than an hour. Like just it'll happen.
Goodbye.
I can't take my time, man. You gotta have a schedule for these things. Otherwise, people be like, "What's going on?" I feel weird enough that I hang out on Daniel's stream doing co-op and then hosting him on Twitch, because it doesn't host him on Mixer and DLive and Periscope. So for all those people, know I'm just missing streaming nights, and that makes me a little bit uncomfortable. But most people are watching on Twitch, so Fallout takes 7 hours for 25 gigabytes. I'm sorry for your internet connection, but hey, that used to take, I'm going to say years. I don't think that would have taken months before. Way back in the day. In any event, that was the closing, and we will see you in the future.
Goodbye.